Well, you know, going back to school can be a rough transition for everyone, but for children with intellectual and developmental disabilities, it can be especially difficult. Gemmalyn Hewlett from WeCare Community Services and Rhonda Taylor from Doobie's Love Residential are here to share some of their expert advice with parents to help all of us make that transition back to school a little bit easier. And Gemma, let's start with you about some developing relationships with teachers. You say that that's something that we should do as parents.
Absolutely. When you're working with individuals with developmental disability, when they're going back to school, the one thing you want to do is have a relationship with your teachers. So what I would do as a parent, I would have a meeting with the teachers and provide them as much information as possible regarding your child. Let them know what triggers and their likes and dislikes.
Well, that's some good advice. And Rhonda, I know, summertime we all get to take off, not just the kids, especially when it comes to lunches and having to make those lunches. Do you have any tips for getting back into the swing of thing with the lunches?
Yes, have your child help with making the lunches, the preparations. Have them to write menus or help you develop different things that they like so we can include their choices, so that would help with school. And
that would help mom and dad make the task a little easier too. Absolutely. So it's win-win for everybody.
Absolutely.
And I would imagine, as with going back to school, just like with any of us at work, having a close friend is probably something that's really important too.
Absolutely. Socialization plays a big part with children with developmental disabilities. So maybe talk to the teachers, see if they can send emails out to parents, see if they would be interested in maybe doing a play date before school, and this will help with anxiety.
Oh, that's a good idea. Before school, this is the time to do that now.
Yes.
This is also the time, I know school's a few weeks away, to get back into the routine, right, Rhonda? And that's something to start working on.
Having a routine, the morning routine and the bedtime routine is key, because it helps you be able to set out clothes that the individual may like, and also help them develop independence, and it helps someone go back to school with different things that they might like to do and like to wear, because when you look good, you feel good.
Exactly. Yes, you do. Now, I know going back to school, there's all these forms you have to fill out, things like that, but I would imagine with kids with developmental or intellectual disabilities, there's even more with some medications and things like that. Getting that prepared, I guess, would be something important to work on.
Yes, definitely. Make sure you review your IEPs, 504s. Make sure you provide a copy, make sure everything's current, their goals. Send a copy to the school. Maybe make sure that you follow up with their pediatrician. Prescriptions, medications is updated, and then talk to your school to find out exactly how it needs to be labeled.
Okay, so some all good, important tips. Now, we get to the fun stuff, getting the back to school stuff. Now, I mean, it is a lot of stuff that the kids have to get to go back to school. I know that, and the supply list seems to grow every year.
Every year.
And affording that is difficult for some people. So I know that you guys actually have a big fundraiser going on right now.
Yes, we do. It's our back to school supply drive for children with developmental disabilities. As you can see, we're both healthcare providers. So we do have group homes, supportive in-home services, day support, and we work with individuals, adult as well as children in this field. So the one thing that we did want to do is come together as providers and provide a back to school supply drive for them. We already know that it's challenging with the children. So we wanted to help the parents out a little bit and just be able to get the community to come in and donate and provide a supply drive for them.
Well, that's wonderful that both of you work and you're both organizations working together to do this, because you see the need and now you're trying to meet the need. So tell us what types of supplies you need and how people can participate, because this is a good weekend. This is that tax-free weekend, so folks can get all those supplies to help you out.
Well, we need ink, pens, pencils, papers, notebooks, backpacks, lunch bags. People think about supplies, they forget about lunch bags and sandwich bags, but those are supplies that will help as well. Ink, pens, anything, any school item that we need, any school, we're not choosy.
I was going to say, and I would imagine, I know when you go into any of the stores that sell the supplies, they have the lists of what kids need for school, so you can grab one of those lists. Get your stuff, and you've got a couple of drop-off locations, 3 drop-off locations?
Yes, we do. We have Connicoff Dentistry off of Lynn Haven Parkway. WeCare Community Services, we're located in Virginia Beach off of South Independence, and Doobie's Love Residential, which is located in Norfolk. So they can do those 3 drop-offs. As well as we already have providers coming together as well and got drop-offs at their office and building locations.
Well, wonderful. And this drive goes until when?
It's going to go until August 24th. On August 25th, the family members could actually pick up at Doobie's Love Residential the supplies. So we'll be distributing at that time.
Well, thank you, ladies, very much. And we encourage everybody to get out there and get those supplies this weekend. You can get them tax-free and help out a great cause.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. And after the break, we are going to preview